course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Councillor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Another body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? That was the old man paid college tuition for? You didn't
Olá pessoal do YouTube, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal. Eu sou Black Wonders e você está a assistir a mais um episódio de Noire. Agora... tá aqui. Eu sei que ele ficou preso na parede. Então, o que é que nós vamos fazer? Vamos seguir com a nossa missão. Temos que ir na loja de penhores. Falar ou pegar um anel. Um anel de casamento. Isso é muito bem, eu me esqueci. Depois disso vamos investigar um assassinato numa estação, né? Quando aquela mulher foi assassinada, acho que nós vamos lidar muito com esses tipos de caso, que está a acontecer frequentemente, que as mulheres estão a ser espancadas até a morte, né? Nesse caso, esta cidade odeia mesmo mulheres. Acho que todos esses assassinatos estão interligados de alguma maneira. Mas vamos lá tentar descobrir. Eu vou conduzir. Senhor, empreste-me e joalheria Globo. Ok. Vamos lá.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Jesus, Phelps!
Desculpa. Eu não me habituei nessa condução dos carros. Ok. Senhor.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ok.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Ok.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Ok. Uma loja de pinhões, né, nesse caso. Olha só, tem ventoinhas, tem essas coisas, tem essa águia ao falcão, sei. E essa coisa de gradeamento, essas grades, acho que impedem que ele possa ser roubado nesse caso, né? Crime all over the city.
The committee is seeking to determine if red party
Ok.
Thomas takes an impartial stand in his opening talk.
I want to emphasize at the outset of these hearings
Redações.
the fact that the Committee on
Ação.
Un-American Activities is investigating alleged
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Any central unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Para isso depois. Agora preciso tratar desse caso. E agora me percebi que a missão está lá embaixo.
You're a reckless, bad person.
I don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren on. What do you think?
Opa. Onde é que eu vou? Agora estou perdido. Ok. Ok, vou ter que dar essa volta. Licença. Isso aqui vai passar. Não bati em nada. Em ninguém. Agora bati.
Hey, come on!
Não podia falar nada. Ah, aqui é a entrada.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
Oh,
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
comboio.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Ok.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Vai. Ah, ok. Não tem nada aqui.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Não. Aí, não. Vai. Ok.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Hora da morte. Ok. 2 da manhã, talvez.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be
Emprego no
difficult,
cinema.
Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Keystone Film Company. Dá para vocês você lê e traduzir.
Someone was trying to get her to come home. Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Bar mention. Mensch.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
I doubt it. Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Idiota!
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
O que esse doido tá a fazer? Beijando ela? Sério mesmo?
Classic Carmine.
Ai.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Uau. Interferência na evidência.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Coberta do corpo da vítima.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
You just came across the body?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Malucos pra tudo. Eu sinto falta de um bom tiroteio.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
Gostei dessa zona aqui dos comboios, né? É muito fixe. Eu curto muito comboios, né? É o meu meio de transporte favorito. Depois vem o carro. Mas enfim, aqui vamos embora, pegar o nosso carro. Espera. Pronto, eu vou dirigir, né? Evitar copyright.
Whoa there! Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Ok, vamos lá. Para a direita, para a esquerda, chegaremos lá. Isso aqui é muito longe. Mano, isso aqui fica no outro lado da cidade? Enfim, eu vou vir por aqui. Acho que Esquece. Ou... Era.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Ok. Já sim. Facilita muita coisa.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Lendo.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Ora, ora.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Pera. Coloca essa aqui. Não. Ok.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
O jogo pode ter alguns travamentos nas cutscenes, mas infelizmente o jogo tem essas coisas.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
Vai dormir aqui.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Família.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Direitos autorais de músicas. Curioso. Olha só, espelho. Funciona. Hoje em dia os jogos não têm muitas essas coisas. Alguma coisa mais aqui? Não.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Legenda atrasada.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Muito obrigado pela contribuição. Senhor, mantém na linha. Não, eu fecho essa loja.
You can drive.
Eu estou preguiçoso.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Vamos pegar essa cana. Okay, bowling.
I like you. People say I have no taste, but I like you.
Wow. Ela vai jogar bowling. Aí, cara. Ih, falhou. Aquela tipo aí falhou também.
Hey,
Uau,
Cole,
tá lista.
let's get moving.
I'm gonna see you.
Tem que mandar mesmo? Eu me esqueci. Qual a informação da senhora? Ah, aqui. Tá certo. É uma porta.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Freeze, motherfucker!
There!
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Hands behind your head!
Pegamos ele. Oh, pegamos ele. É da mesma coisa. Okay.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
É que nós vamos desta vez. Operação. E cena do crime. Ok, tem alguma coisa aqui nesse bar, né?
You know the way. You can drive.
Acho que tem alguma... Tem coisas para fazer nesses sítios que ainda não fizemos e por isso o jogo ainda não avança.
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Upper. Tem mais ninguém?
If you don't mind, I'm trying to grasp a very elusive thought.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
One more time, pal, and I'll break your fucking jaw.
Oh, ameaçar um agente da polícia. Não tem mais nada? Ok.
You're behind the wheel.
That's the one.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
É aqui? É aqui.
Say, that's a pretty girl dressed in that nurse's aide uniform.
Ah, faltava abrir isso.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Alguma coisa aqui? Não. Não tem nada suspeito. Quantos jogos de investigação estilo Noire existem aí? Não muito, eu acho.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we heading?
Vamos interrogar aquele tipo no bar. Chegamos. É essa aqui? Ok. Prontos.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Hmm. É. Ok. Mentira. Ah.
You're lying,
Desperdício.
McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Hmm. O livro.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Ok. Dizes tu? É mais um sítio para investigar.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Temos que voltar naquele sítio. Pode ser que eu deixei escapar alguma coisa.
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and assaulted? That price is outrageous.
When is America going to understand it's about giving, not getting?
My wife is so dumb.
A tua mulher ainda é burra. Continua sendo burra. Ok.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Ok. Até já pegamos o homem. Agora nós vamos para a estação. Está na estação. Onde fica a estação? Está aqui. A estação também. Delegacia. Lá.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central, Code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
You're behind the wheel.
Mesmo indo para lá, né? LA Noire. Eu gosto muito desse nome, Noire. 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 Delegacia de Polícia Central. 1h16 da tarde.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
I've been in this job 20. See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the lady that got cut. Hey, there's such a thing as soap now.
Esse é muito lento.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Apartamento de McCaffrey.
I want to make homicide.
To a 45. I want to put him down one left.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
For your help. Wow. Ok, vamos lá. Desta vez eu que vou conduzir.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Lá.
All units also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Can you drive to this one?
Vamos lá.
All units also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
To Broadway, Hollywood.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
Vamos para onde? Ah, aqui. Bem perto. Mas nos deixar aí perto, não aqui no estacionamento, não.
Officer needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue.
Ai,
313 Bunker
travamento.
Hill Avenue. 11K, code 3.
O jogo tá travando.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house? It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him.
Get the bastard!
Officer down! Give yourself up! Now!
Oh!
Look at him.
You're a cop killer! Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Opa! Conquista. Começar a meter chumbo pra todo mundo. Okay.
You know the way. You can drive.
Apartamento de McCaffrey. Tem alguma coisa que indica qual é o apartamento? Ok.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
6, ok. Apartamento 6. Por aqui.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Ok. Ufa! Oh!
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Pois é.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Oh!
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Ok. Vamos lá em cima.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
Combos.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit
Positivo.
down and we'll talk.
Opa. Oh.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Ao final foi ele.
There he is, officer.
Give it up, LAPD.
Ok. Isso aí.
You're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Case closed. Quer dizer, caso encerrado ou temos que
We need to
interrogar
get
ele.
downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up.
Okay.
You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fucker.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Acho também que ele, lá o escritor, né, o McCaffrey, é culpado em todas as evidências contra ele.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
What the hell is the LAPD up to?
Okay.
Mary says he'll sing.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
None of your business.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Dúvida?
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Okay.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
Well,
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Dúvida?
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Bem, ele não confessou nada.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Ou confessou? Ih, não é aqui. Another way.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there? You're going to have to do better than that, detective.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
A cara dele. Carta rasgada.
Will there be much more of this? It's just that I wanted to get home and work.
Ei, não deu certo. Pronto.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you. You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Agora para mostrar uma ideia.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Acusar o respeito. Acusar ele.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
Muito falar de vocês. Ok, caso resolvido. Secretária do Estúdio. Assassinato da secretária do Estúdio. Nesse caso. Sem ferimentos, ok. Danos do veículo. Boa, ok. Pronto. Caso encerrado. Grosvenor McCaffrey pode escrever essas histórias reveladoras da cela no corredor da morte. Opa! Ele foi condenado. Ele foi condenado à morte. Sério? Uau! Yeah. Vai terminar toda essa história na cela no corredor da morte. Pois é.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Eu não sei se esses flashbacks fazem alguma diferença para o personagem protagonista. Não sei.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Muito bem, acho que eu vou deixar essa investigação para o próximo vídeo. Então, muito obrigado por ter assistido aqui. Não se esqueça de deixar seu like e se inscrever aqui no canal, agradeço muito. E nos vemos no próximo episódio de Noire. Então, muito obrigado e tchau.